Good morning, everyone. I hope you and yours are all keeping safe during this pandemic. India and South Korea enjoy strong cultural and business ties, and India is the second headquarter for many large Korean firms. Over 15,000 Koreans call India their home, and there are Korean townships which are near the supply chains, the clusters which have been created by the Korean giants, and over 12,000 Indians proudly call South Korea their home. To augment our growing cultural ties, India's first Indo-Korean Friendship Park in New Delhi has been completed and opened to public in 2020. The Republic of Korea has been a key economic partner, and the foreign direct investments from South Korea into India over the past few years touch about 5 billion USD. And these opportunities are further enhanced by India's Act East policy and South Korea's New Southern policy. One key highlight of our growing relationship in investments has been the collaboration between the Korea Plus team, which is housed in Invest India, and KOTRA, which provides comprehensive support to Korean investors coming into India. We are fully committed towards welcoming South Korean people, the companies, the ideas, and the investments. Many South Korean companies have research and development centers, the largest centers outside of South Korea in India. And India has emerged not only as the largest domestic markets for South Korea, but the South Korean companies have also leveraged on the infrastructure which India offers for Make in India for the world. To give a few examples, Hyundai Motors, the Hyosung Corporation, LG's Greater Noida unit, and Samsung, which have huge manufacturing facilities in India. We also have exciting opportunities to offer the Korean investors in the Indian startup ecosystem. And South Korean funds are already extensively investing in the Indian startups. And recognizing this synergy in the startup ecosystem, the two nations launched the India-Korea Startup Bridge as a one-stop platform to bring Indian and South Korean startup ecosystems together. And in this context, we've already had two successful startup challenges as well. One of South Korea's largest fund, the Mirai Asset, has also launched an India-dedicated early stage fund. And we welcome this growth of our stronger ties into newer areas of collaboration. On our part, in the last few months, we have been launching several new initiatives, and India's vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat has outlined 5 pillars for attracting investments in the economy, infrastructure, in the growing demand as attractive areas for investments. With a view to facilitating investors and fast-tracking investments, we've also put together an institutionalized mechanism of the empowered group of secretaries, which is headed by the top civil servants of the country, to fast-track investments and to make sure that there are no hurdles in the way of investments which are coming into the country. These are supported by the project development cells in each of the ministries, which handhold investors very proactively. We have also launched the production-linked incentive scheme, the PLI scheme, with a huge outlay of about 26 billion USD for 13 sectors. And over 5 years, starting from fiscal year 21-22, the production-linked incentive scheme offers incentives for manufacturing and exports in order to bring scale and size in the key sectors of the economy. And these are 13 main sectors where the South Korean investors have also been looking at very proactively and have been applying. We have also put together a national single window system, the investment clearance cell, which is now ready for a soft launch. It will be the one-stop digital platform where investors can come and apply for clearances in the sector of their choice, and they'll be able to get clearances from the central government ministries and also from the state government. We have also put in place a GIS industrial land bank, whereby an investor sitting anywhere in the world can go to any industrial park of their choice and see which are the plots which are available for investments in the country, in the sector of their choice and the place of their choice. All this we have enabled digitally on user-friendly portals. We have also made several efforts under investment facilitation. We've had several investment outreach activities, collaborated with Kotra and the South Korean government, with the Indian mission in South Korea, facilitating investment outreach activities to promote FDI and improve the ease of doing business for South Korean investors in the country. Several other policy regulatory measures have been put in place, including the National Infrastructure Pipeline, which offers a huge range of opportunities for investors, the reduction in the corporate taxes in India, easing the liquidity problems of the NBFCs, the banks, and the policy measures to boost domestic manufacturing. Several steps have been taken in the sector of ease of doing business, reducing compliance burden for investors, making things more simple, rationalizing existing processes. And while the top sectors for FDI, for attracting foreign direct investment from South Korea into India, while the top sectors remain the traditional sectors of ESDM, auto, food processing, chemicals, there are several other sectors which are emerging, such as pharmaceuticals, startup funding, the defense sector, steel, retail, e-commerce, textiles, which opens up a whole new area of growth and investment for the companies to come into India, as well as build and diversify their supply chains. There is a great opportunity, as we mutually recognize, for synergy between South Korea and India. South Korea being global leaders across various sectors such as electronics and automotive, and India, which offers an industrial ecosystem and strategic location for exports, as well as access to a huge domestic market. We do hope that this momentum continues and grows stronger, and look forward to expansion in our ties in the coming years. Thank you very much.